In the modern era, all known equines, including horses, zebras, and wild asses, are contained within a single genus known as Equus, showing their relative lack of diversity compared to other mammals. However, it wasn't always this way, and it's only very recently that all living horses are a part of just a single genus. You see, all modern day horses, which are a part of the one genus Equus, are a part of the tribe Equini, which is the only living tribe in the subfamily Equinae. The extinct sister lineage to the tribe Equini is known as Hipparionini. Hipparionini was a tribe within the family Equidae which lasted from the early Miocene to the early Pleistocene epochs, containing around a dozen recognised genera. But first, what was the last common ancestor between this tribe and Equini? Within the subfamily Equinae, there are the two tribes, Hipparionini and Equini, but also two unplaced genera, Scaphohippus and the more famous Merichahippus. Scaphohippus was a genus that lived 20.6 to 13.6 million years ago from the early to the mid Miocene epoch in North America, living in California, New Mexico, Montana, and Nebraska. Scaphohippus sumani and Scaphohippus intermontanus are both known from pretty partial remains, so not too much can be said about the lifestyle of these animals aside from the fact that they were likely grazers as their descendants would have been. Hipparion is a controversial genus that lived from 23 to 3.6 million years ago from the mid Miocene to the Pliocene epoch, being found in Eurasia and Africa. Hippus is likely a more basal member of Equinae, not being the direct ancestor of either lineage of tribes within the subfamily. The first widely accepted member of the tribe Hipparionini was the genus Hipparion, which was a pretty small genus, only growing to around 3 feet or 91 centimetres long. Though first appearing in the Middle Miocene epoch 15.97 million years ago, the genus only moved out of North America about 11.4 million years ago. By this time, other genera like Neo-Hipparion were living across North and Central America. Neo-Hipparion was larger than Hipparion, reaching around 1.5 metres or 5 feet long, coinciding with the end of the mid-Miocene climatic optimum, around 10 million years ago. This time period saw the Earth cooling, and the amount of carbon dioxide decreasing, leading to a greater evolutionary pressure to increase in size. Among the first Old World genera within the tribe were Hipparionum, living from 13.65 to 6.7 million years ago on the western side of Eurasia. The ancestor of Hipparionum, likely Hipparion, most likely migrated from Alaska onto the Beringia land bridge between Alaska and Siberia, into Siberia, and then into the Old World. It is around this time that Hipparionini saw its first true radiation into several new forms, like the genus Civalhippus, which lived in Africa and on the Indian subcontinent during the late Miocene. Civalhippus was wide-ranging, with its habitat consisting of non-forested grassy plains, short grass prairies, or steppe tundra. Next to appear in the fossil record was the tribe's namesake, Hipparion, also appearing in the late Miocene. The genus was found all over Eurasia, across France, Greece, Turkey, Iran, and China. It is likely that some species of Hipparion reach sexual maturity at around 3 years old, attaining a relatively large size of 135 to 200 kilograms. Proboscis Hipparion and Urognathorhippus were the last two genera to survive. Proboscis Hipparion appeared 5.3 million years ago and survived until 1 million years ago from the Pliocene to the early Pleistocene epochs, across Eurasia from England to China. The structure of the genus's skull likely shows that this animal had a proboscis in life, similar to a modern-day tapir, showing how diverse equids really once were. The final member of Hipparionini was the genus Urognathorhippus, which lived from the very late Miocene to the very early Pleistocene, living in what is today India and Pakistan. 781,000 years ago also marked the extinction date of two other perissodactyls, Nestositherium and Hesperotherium, which were both calicotheres, the family which I'll talk about next on the channel. 781,000 years ago, there was also the giant ape known as Gigantopithecus, containing the only species Gigantopithecus blacki, which could have stood up to 3 meters tall when standing up, weighing potentially up to 300 kilograms. What is amazing is that less than a million years ago, not only were there alien horses, but also their alien relatives. Now, less than a million years later, there is only a single living genus within the family Equidae, and only 2 other living families of Perissodactyla. Thank you to everyone who watched the video. Hopefully you learned something new, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment about how I can improve this or future videos, and what animals you'd like to see me cover next. Next episode, we will look at the early history of the family Equidae and their close relatives, the Paleotheres. I'll see you all then.